Hello, this is Jason, and I'm coming to YouTube as a secret source of information. We all have informations, we all have agendas, but those agendas by the elite are corrupt. I wouldn't say that every intelligence is based on YouTube. A lot of you hackers are on YouTube, which I don't surprise and admit. If you're a hacker, please hack the corrupt organizations or corporations. Not all corporations are evil, so please try not. Well, technically, there's a lot of inside information from India calling Wisconsin. So I wouldn't say it's 100% legit because Americans are in a troubled situation with yet another information that doesn't seem accurate. Um, I would not approve anything that's not approvable. So whether we're here for a purpose or here for a reason, we are here for a reason. We're here to adjust to life. And what my theory is why I haven't found the right woman is because life is hard, but I have learned to adjust with it. I understand good and evil, but I understand there's a lot of analogies that we've taken that have come either good or bad or negative, And so I do have an opinion, but my opinions are like irrational. I think it struggles in life. We struggle in life to follow things, to have an adjustment, to care for others, to respect people, to love people, to care. All of these are things inside us are in our hearts, souls, and mind and body. Without that, we are nothing. It is like the old meditations of the great ones of the ancient world, including Israel, the Israelites, or as they call it, the Greeks, the Romans, from China to India. I mean, India had some spiritualities, but they made out with all that stuff. And that's not literally, that's literally what they used to do before they changed their religious identities from their old 100 god systems into this new religion. And a lot of religions have changed. Chinese religions have changed, which they used to be like Taoism and several other religions at the time of the ancient Chinese. And there's Europeans that have changed their identity, and so you have analogy. Even Christians have changed in some document, but not all of it is known to us. And whether we're historically right, there's dangers around us, lying, government cover-ups, and there's people covering up the agendas that they're covering for misleading our governments and our people. They are misleading corporations and misleading people, misleading our governments, and um, misleading us as a human species. So whether we are here for a reason is to tell us there's a reason for everything. We are an analogy of a cooperative movement. Evil is inside the internet. I would have to agree that the internet is being corrupted by vicious sources that want to destroy it and destroy its property. And hackers are global, so I wouldn't take this seriously. I've been hacked a number of accounts, so I know what these individuals do. They're not just U.S. born; there are other countries too that are involved. So whether we know how many hackers there are, we'll never know fully. Just every time you build in a security software, it gets overrun. And so you could have a major antivirus corporation, yet that virus company could be hacked by 1 or 20 sources. A hacker is always 1 to 20 sources or more. When a hacker hits, you have one hacker, and then usually it's just one, but sometimes it's 1 to 20. See, these hackers have 1 to 20 links, and so the more you hit one, the more you have to go after the 20 hackers, or and that goes up to 60. The numbers of this routine is like anyone could be trained a hacker, but it doesn't mean they're born a hacker unless they know what they're doing. That's why they're always bringing brand new computers. But I understand that the computer industry is a complete failure. My life reasons of saying that a computer can crash at any time, but we have these computers for a reason. We need to adjust them. We need to not go negative and responsive on these networks. You have a network, you have a security council, you have internet properties, you have internet security sources on your antiviruses, you have internet suppliers that you have your supplier internet sources, and you also have a link inside internets, all your internet resources from any of your companies has someone that monitors your internet through state and federal. It's always been that way. State and federal agencies that work with corporations that monitor your internet. They always have to do that to make sure you're accurate with what you do. They monitor the internet for a reason. That's why YouTube has hackers, is because no one's countered it, no one's measured the YouTube information. Not all people are problems on YouTube, but I would have to say that every agenda out there in the industry of these industries of the internet is supplied by your computer. If you want to know anything about computers, you just look inside the internet. You don't Google the wrong stuff because it gets you into a virus. My thing is you can challenge anyone with computers, and it could be reasonable, but with a reasonable doubt. The problem with humans is we have not reached our full capacity on the computer industry. I would like to go my YouTube videos longer, but I can't because I tried 20 long minutes, and hopefully this works. My understanding is that computers and info are out there, and we got computer hackers, we got people running around doing crimes for authorities, corporations, governments, officials, plain sight individuals. There's a lot of crimes going on. Not to say these criminals can change. They could, they don't. I don't know. But there are a lot of things we have to look at. Donald Trump may change this or not. I really don't care what people think. My thing is I care for our world, our policies, our resources. Um, the reason why I have an opinion is because no one listens. And when they don't listen is when you need outside help, outside sources. Hackers know that you can have an information on like a mafia individual. I'm not going to say mafia because I don't agree. But what I'm saying is there's individuals who work in certain corrupt organizations, not just organized mafia, but who want to bring things down or want to help. But there are people in those industries who want to corrupt everything absolutely. And you have people who have individuals who are the worst case of its own society in any organization or group who want to bring it down. The problem is like the mafia, they don't want it to be brought down, but there are individuals who definitely bring it down. There are a lot of gangs, organizations, mafia, such. You have a lot of corporations out there that don't want hackers, and there's a lot of corporations that do. So down the line, everyone has an agenda. I would have to say that everything in the industry is reasonable beyond doubt. So um, I would have to say that everything in film has been a resource, but it has been hacked by industry. And some hackers don't want to be noticed. See, a hacker can take your file and say this is their file and then get you in trouble for their hacking. But what people don't realize is they're on a network grid. A lot of hackers are on a network grid and they try to block their industry of hacking. I do not agree with the industry. I've been hacked before. You don't know when these hackers get you, and just because it's the Mac and Windows, a lot of people think Windows and Macs are invulnerable, but the problem is Macs can be attacked. And the problem with this is Macs are easily to be hacked in a Mac phone or Mac computer. Even a Mac modem. Mac modems are not 100% secure. They're only at 40% once they're infected. And there's a new virus out there, so beware of the new virus. Um, and I would have to say that these knowledges are reasonable among doubt. I would not say that everything's a dimension of its resource. So I would have to say that info or not, these reasons have a reasonable doubt or why they do what they do. And my explanation is that no one knows. No one knows why people don't go in a good world and be kind and say that the Bible says it and they have to be that way. But I don't think that way. I think people can change. I don't agree with the negative policies that what has come about our world and our problems. So I would have to say before I go, which I am going to go, so I'm going to hope this video posts. I don't know how many minutes I can put on the YouTube account, but I'm hoping this posts. I'm going to keep it about lower than 10 minutes. Um, if you have an opinion, just research. In the old videos on my old account, I had to delete, but there wasn't much. Didn't might have any views, which I hope I get views down the line. I would like to do more. Okay, bye.